How are you, Fabiano? Good to see you, man. We're back in the saddle.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Be careful down there, boss.
I was sick. Couldn't talk into a microphone. Kind of hard to do that when you can barely breathe. Swimsuits. $78. Well, I'm flattered.
Infiltration failed. You hurt. Try a little harder next time. Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Be careful down there, boss.
Get on my nerves when you look down like that. Well, every bridge block has its weakness. Just, you have to decide how you want to attack it. It's a matter of analyzing it in real time, and that's a learned skill. That's not something you can pick up right away. It takes a lot of practice to get good at determining what goes where. That's why I always say, you know, when people talk about this, that, and the other, I always say I just do the best I can. No one's perfect, and you make mistakes. You don't know what the other player is going to hand you until you actually get there, so prepare yourself and make sure you can get through without any. I didn't want that, but alright, fine. I don't know if it's patience, it's just practice.
CP, this is Zulu 6. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over.
That's a better way to put it, is practice. I got stoned. There we go. Excuse me. I try. But I mean, at its core, my method is movement and non-interaction. So Jay is correct in saying there's time to spare, because I don't spend my time shooting people like a lot of other players do. I've decided more or less to cut down on my theme nights. And once I broke 16,000, um, I decided more or less that this next, say, 100
Successfully
matches
sneak your way
or
into the
whatever
heart of the rival PF's
will be
FOB. You can capture
with the
staff from
low-grade
them.
staff, and
I'll
then
be
the
looking
next
forward to
100
meeting the new recruits,
will be with
boss.
something else, and then, switch it up every 100 matches. Still have some variety, but
Be careful down there,
geared
boss.
more towards low-grade staff, high-grade bases. So we're gonna take it one at a time and see what we can do.
You okay?
Because I was doing theme nights and different, characters, and some high-grade stuff and some low-grade stuff. And I'm gonna focus more on points this period of time. People keep asking me to do high-level bases and whatnot. And I'm gonna start working on that for this bunch of missions. So it'll be something new, something where I consciously focus on high-level bases on purpose. Generally not my speed, but this is what people wanted to see, so do the best we can for people. As long as my health holds out, I'll be able to deliver for you.
This is CP. Understood. Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out. All fire teams, this is CP. We may have a situation. Whoever's closest, go check it out. CP, this is Delta 2. I'm seeing smoke. There may be enemies in the area. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
All fire teams, this is CP.
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
So you can see by this
CP, this is Zulu 6.
methodology, it's a lot slower, a lot more patient.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. CP, this is Zulu 4. Signs of enemy activity. Tightening security. Over. This is CP. Understood. Check your surroundings. Out.
Took 3 shots to take him down.
Infiltration successful.
So more interaction, less phantom. In my experience, it's better to do it high level, or do it as a ghost or as a phantom than anything else. That's my experience. But sometimes with bridge blocks and certain things going on, you may not be able to be a phantom every time out.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Now what I don't do is use the underbarrel pistol. I think that's a bit of a waste of time myself. It was weak. It worked, but it's weak.
Try a little harder next time.
I don't use that underbarrel pistol because it's expensive in resources, and I don't have the patience to shoot people with it. I've seen other players use it, and I'm not a fan. It's a little too steep for my tastes.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
We'll see.
All units, special alert. Defend
And if she shows up, then that's fine. This is security challenge. No skin off my nose. Oops. I didn't necessarily want that, but okay.
We lost
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time. Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Be careful down there, boss.
Now, in bases like this, your normal, everyday stuff, it's better to not interact than to shoot people. And once you have, or rather, let's say if you were to rewatch some of my FOB school streams that I have in a playlist here, you can see I talk about the layouts and where stuff goes haywire and what what works and what doesn't. Those streams give clues as to what maps are easiest to simply walk through, and you don't have to do a lot of interaction. So that's part of my experience. And that there's bases I know how to work on without doing anything, without using my weapons. I had a lot of success in excuse me, certain layouts I've had a lot of success on, and others I have a lot of harder time. I can still manage, but it's easier on certain layouts than others. It so happens that this layout was the first time I had hit a level 78 base and done no traces. This is also the first base I had ever done no traces on, so I have some history with this layout. So I know because that UAV is coming up on my right, I need to lay flat. Because otherwise it would have seen me. Phantom.
Infiltration successful.
And so we do. We do the best we can. I mean, it's not as satisfying as shooting people in the face is, but when you do things my way and you don't tackle high-level bases on a regular basis, you do a lot of mid-range bases to fill up your units, and doing it that way, you can get through more bases faster. So there's also an efficiency angle. So empty base. This guy's doing the Lord's work. He's passing out free S++ staff. I've been able to pick up my units quite a bit on my alternate account. You got insurance too. I guess, you know, the guy wants to give them away. He wants to give his staff away, so he's putting his base up for people to walk through. So there's free staff out there if you can get in there, and I've been fortunate enough on my alternate account to do that. So you look at these layouts here, and to my mind, they're all ugly. I don't like the way they look. This is the one I know the best out of all of those.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
How you doing, John? Oh, god damn it, come on! That wasn't what I wanted! What a bunch of crap.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
Nonsense. Yeah, getting platinum on MGS4 is quite a feat.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Hey, John.
Be careful down there, boss. All units, special alert. Defend your position.
Yeah.
Out.
Really? There's no hope there.
We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out. CP, this is Zulu 2. Explosion spotted. Damage unknown. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units, stay on guard and find any intruders. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Delta 2. Threat detected. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. Out.
Once I hit the 16,000, yeah. Once I hit the 16,000 mark,
Security camp's been taken out.
I decided to kind of switch up my routine a little.
Flush out the intruder.
More high-level bases, less low-level
All
stuff.
units. Special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
So,
All units. Special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
yeah, I'm running under caution at this point. Oh, hey there, Mr. Cameraman.
CP, this is Zulu 4. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over.
This is so tedious.
Understood. Watch for anything suspicious.
And he vanishes.
All units. Special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Zulu 1. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security.
At least that's the plan, anyways.
All fire
We'll
teams,
see what
this is
happens
CP.
once
We
it
may have a
gets
situation.
into
Whoever's closest,
fruition.
go check it out. CP, this is Zulu 1. We got damage to an installation. It's an enemy attack. Over. This is CP. Understood. Move to investigate. ASAP. Out. All units. Special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Delta 2. And the installation's been damaged. Possible enemy sabotage.
Alright.
Infiltration successful.
Check it out immediately. Give us sit rep.
And a volunteer. Works. Okay, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay. Usually what it's whether you're doing indirect or standard. If you're doing indirect, it's extra 500, I believe. It's a good one too. Keep them. Alright, fine.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss. All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
It's funny, I got into using Blue Kangaroo on my alternate account to crack some high-level bases, and the safety march and the tough guy skill provides was something I came to depend on. So I've imported that process to this account as well. I mean, I would prefer a low-grade female,
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
but I learned how to farm too late to grab a low-grade female, so and the highest female I have is a 1.55, and that's not big, that's not large enough for me. I mean, I have my 2.0 girls, but they're all weak. So there's a difference. Yeah, the Molotov is nice. It's expensive, but it's the most powerful weapon in the entire game. Can't go wrong with it. That grenade didn't go the way I wanted it to.
All fire teams, this is CP. Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
There's a guy in that same mission where you get Blue Kangaroo. His name is Dizzy Capybara. He is a quick reload skill,
What's wrong? Come in, Zulu 2.
and keeps the 2.0 rating,
CP, this is Zulu 7. We've taken fire, but there were no shots. Enemy may be using suppressed weapons. Over.
which I personally like.
All units on alert.
So,
The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out. All fire teams, this is CP.
oh really? What the fuck was that? Wow, that was. Thanks, Boss Engine.
Infiltration
poor.
failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
That was poor. So I say sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get until you step on the field. They spawn behind me. So they did.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Interestingly enough, on non-lethal bases, you can literally crawl over the mine that's there and get into the core without a problem.
CP, this is Zulu 4. We're under fire. Support movement. No shots heard. This is CP. Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out. All fire teams, this is CP. UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
I'm just glad to have found my low-grade females in the skills that I like, in the voices that I like. I got a whole stack of them saved in my base development unit, and it's nice to have girls with different skill sets but the same voice. For some reason that voice works for me. So, and I'm a sucker for ponytails, so you guys know how I am.
CP, this is Zulu 7. I just saw someone suspicious. Checking it out. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your guard up. Out. CP, this
Wow. I'm in trouble now.
CP, this is Zulu 6. I just witnessed an attack. Hostile presence confirmed.
Oh, you saw your teammate fly from a
This is CP.
upper story railing.
Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
It's geometry for you folks. Safe.
Infiltration successful.
It didn't count as a kill because the stun blast knocked him out before he fell down to his death. Yeah, I'm glad for that. I don't see him on here. Okay, never mind.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
I was talking earlier. You're not helpful. But we'll see. We'll see. I was talking earlier about the best layouts for being a Phantom, and this North Pacific support layout is the easiest to do that on. Generally speaking, I know how to run this map without any interaction at all. And there's more bases like this than there are high level, so the goal is to adjust your expectations, I guess. Basically, I'm doing this platform for the chance to receive an S++ volunteer at the end. I'm not doing this mission for their staff or you know, what they give you at the end of the mission is more important than what you capture. And the resources, especially when you start development projects, go to fill up what you spend in development. So running bases like this, you know, yeah, you get, in my case, you get a bunch of junk staff that don't really matter, but this is how I'm able to get staff, S++ staff with PF skills, which are a little more difficult to find. Hurry up. Okay, gotta wait for the lower tier guy to move to his right or left. And it should give us an opening. Now I use the grade 5 non-lethal sniper rifle. The reason I use the grade 5 is the deployment costs in Digitalis, Purpurea, and Golden Crescent are easy to recover by doing support platforms rather than medical platforms. Higher grade non-lethal sniper rifles require, you know, other plants and everything else. I can do support better than I can do medical. Medical is a bunch of bunk.
Infiltration successful.
There we go. No, I don't, John. So we get an S+ and an S++ volunteer. So that the staff I capture is a bunch of junk. Okay. Well, for myself. I don't have a lot of use for any of these. For any, you know, I don't have any use for these staff. But I received a volunteer at the end, and that's why I do this. We'll just have to see what their skill is, if they have any. All right, we'll keep them. Okay. Kicked him out. Why would you kick him out? There's space in the... Dumb. Okay, let me back up. I was saying something before. Okay. The grade 5 takes 32 Golden Crescent and 26 Digitalis Purpurea. Grade 7 is Digitalis Lutea and Digitalis Purpurea, which is medical. Or you can get it through Intel, but I don't run Intel platforms. And it just gets progressively worse as you go along. Some of these deployment costs are through the roof, and they don't do anything. So I have it at the base level, and I can recover what I spend through support platforms rather than medical platforms. So, and my weapon is customized in a certain way. I don't have the underbarrel for a reason, and that's because this layout or this furniture design is reminiscent of the Metal Gear Online 1 SVD sniper rifle, which is what the Bamatov is based on. So I have it like this as a throwback to my MGO1 days. And basically what you're doing with it is you're shooting people in the face. Okay. I either you can do it or you can't. And using anything else is, you know, the margin for using like a an undergrip or a longer barrel is marginal. I don't need it that much. I can function as is without. And the underbarrel, well, I need to have the underbarrel pistol. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. That's an astounding amount of materials for that. And I personally don't want to pay that kind of cost. So I go without, and I have it dressed up, like I said, as a Metal Gear Online 1 sniper. So it's just an aesthetic thing, and if I can shoot people in the face with it, fine. I don't need anything else. But that's me. That's how I do things.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Let's see what. Batman likes to give up staff, so maybe he does, maybe he doesn't.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
You know, generally speaking, for high-level bases, my preference is for using
All units. Special alert.
the riot
Defend
pistol
your
only.
positions. Out.
That's my preference. I don't like to fiddle with headshots. But sometimes you gotta do the extra work.
CP, this is Zulu 10. Something weird's going on here. How should we proceed? Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. CP, this is Delta
Thought I'd
4.
give it a try.
Threaten the area. We're tightening security. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. Out. Delta 2, what's wrong? Come in, Delta 2. All units. Special alert. Defend your position. Out. CP, this is Zulu 10. Threaten the area. We're tightening security. Over.
Now, of course, on high-level bases, shotguns are
Anything suspicious?
essentially useless. If I could carry a shotgun
Delta 6.
that was strong enough for
How should we proceed?
high-level bases, I would.
Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
But at the moment, there is none. So, sneaky.
CP, this is Delta 6. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your eyes open. Out. CP, this is Zulu 2. Got something worth checking here. How should we proceed? Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. All units. Special alert. Defend your position. Out.
I'll take it.
CP, this is Delta 6. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out. CP, this is Delta 3. Got something worth checking here. Please advise. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
All fire teams, this is CP.
UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate. Zulu 10, what's wrong? Come in, Zulu 10. CP, this is Zulu 2. Got something worth checking here. How should we proceed? Over. This is CP. Understood.
I don't think I've ever been on his base before, so this is new to me.
All fire teams, this is CP.
UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
Good.
CP, this is Delta 3. Signs of enemy activity.
Wonderful.
Tightening security. Over. All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
This is what people wanted. That's fine.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
I don't do, when I do bases like that, I don't carry the wormhole generator or FOM decoys. I don't need them. I don't typically draw defenders on purpose, so I don't carry them with me, so I was at a disadvantage anyways. Gotta make up my resources. So this upcoming infiltration will be a little different. I'm not going to
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's
Stealth it.
FOB, and you can capture
I'm
staff
going
from
to
them.
actively
I'll be looking
engage the
forward to meeting
guards.
the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
What?
That is the first time I've ever fallen down and had a claymore mine not go off. I was staring at it as it went.
This is CP. Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out.
Now, if you don't have supporters, where'd he go? He was up there and now he's gone.
Contact!
All units, special alert. Defend your position.
Don't do it.
Out.
With it.
What you can do is you can go into the relationships section and support random people. If a player supports a random person, they will receive defender notices for the people that they support. So since I knocked those UAVs out of the sky, that sends a defender notice. And they can come to try and defend against me
We lost the security camp.
if they so
No
choose.
reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
So there's a method to the madness. And on my alternate, I don't have
All units,
any.
special alert. Defend your
My
position.
friends list is empty on purpose. So I support random people and get defense calls all the time.
CP, this is Delta 3. Just got attacked out of nowhere. No sign of the enemy. Over.
That was a good talk.
This is CP. Understood. Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
That's why I carry this Evolve more than anything else. That power box killer is so handy.
This is CP. Understood. Move to investigate. ASAP. Out. All units. Special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Yeah,
Infiltration
I do the
successful.
same. I do the same. In fact, on this account, I left my direct attackers on my list on purpose, so my alternate can do the work. Now I don't support my main, or I don't support my alternate with my main. That's one thing I don't do. There's no, I don't want the two to be connected in any way like that. But it's nice to have a good selection of bases to attack and not have to worry about, you know,
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units. Special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
of course I've seen some pretty good action on my alternate that I can't share with anybody. There's a guy who has insurance on his bases, and they're in the mid 60s, for non-lethal. And I was able, he showed up on my indirect and I was able to do no traces on medical. I was gonna mess it up there.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
But I can't show that to anybody because
This is Delta 4. Seeing smoke.
I don't want people knowing what my alternate is.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security.
I like staying anonymous, more or less. But I'm applying all of the things I've learned on this account. And it's been a success so far. I've only built one base. But it's been, I've had some satisfaction in doing that. So.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
CP, this is Zulu 4. Signs of enemy activity.
Of course, I'm also reaching the point where I can't build my units any higher than they already are.
Out.
There's a limit to what you can build up to. And I'm getting to that point very, very soon. How thoughtful of you.
Something worth looking into here. Please advise. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
CP, this is Delta 3. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over.
This is CP. Understood.
You are
Watch
such
for anything
crap.
suspicious. Out.
What is wrong with you?
All fire teams, this is CP. UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
CP, this is Zulu 10. We'll investigate immediately. Out.
All fire teams, this is CP. UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate. All fire teams, this is CP. Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate. All fire teams, this is CP. We may have a situation. Whoever's closest, go check it out. All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
CP, this is Delta 1. Just got attacked out of nowhere. No sign of the enemy. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
Hurry up. Taking too long.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions.
All right. I'll take it.
Infiltration successful.
Yeah, all these guys are they're still here because my alternate is doing the work for me. Actually, no.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Those two guards really get on my nerves on this platform.
What?
So I have to stick close to the railing when I come up the stairs. Dive at the right time and lay flat or roll. Now, of course, if you walk on the grate itself, your camo index goes way up. Something a lot of people may not know about that is that the camo index on grates is a lot worse than it is on the regular deck. Gotta be safe. I mean, you have your past experiences to guide you, and your toolbox is full. And you have items and ideas and concepts. It's just a matter of trying to execute. Not, you know, I could do this layout 100 times, and you'll get 100 different situations because of the guard layouts. And every base owner is different. Everybody does things different. No two bases are the same, even though the layouts are the same. So you can make mistakes, you can screw up, you can, you know, anticipate and nothing comes of it. just do the best you can every time out, and then see what happens. That's how I always look at it. Yep, I was gonna make it. Really want that.
Don't move.
Don't do it.
Where are your friends?
Infiltration successful. Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
problem now. I shot that guy into the ocean. Send the printer notice. Where do you wear?
Infiltration successful.
Volunteer. That's how I earned all my staff, through volunteers. I mean, I ran events for a while, but after a certain point, I didn't need to run events anymore.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I'm gonna take a short break after this match. I need to take care of some stuff, and I'll be back on in a little while. So as always, I appreciate you guys. Tried to live wire it and it wouldn't work.
CP, this is Delta 4. Destination in the area. Head to where? Over.
This is CP. Understood. All units, stay on guard and find any intruders. Out.
CP, this is Delta 6. Got something worth checking here. Please advise. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
Freaking Fox engine.
All fire teams, this is CP.
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
CP, this is Delta 1. Something worth looking into here. Please advise. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
All fire teams, this is CP.
UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
All fire teams, this is CP.
Whoa.
Someone tripped the sensor. Possibly an intruder. Whoever's closest, go and investigate ASAP.
CP, this is Delta 4. Got something worth checking here. Please advise. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
CP, this is Delta 1. Threat detected. Going on alert. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Check your surroundings. Out.
Bunch of crap.
All fire teams, this is
What a bunch of crap.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
Alright. I'll be back in a little while, say about an hour or so. So I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching.